Congratulations, you just got a raise. Yet your wallet looks like it's been through a round of chemotherapy. 5 years ago, you dreamed of making $70,000 just so you could finally breathe. Now you're making $80,000 and you're suffocating. You aren't struggling because you're underpaid. You're struggling because you're sprinting on a treadmill where the only finish line is your own burnout. Welcome to the world of high-income slaves. The video opens with a scenario so ironic it stings. Your past self would have viewed your current salary as paradise. But the moment you stepped into that paradise, you developed a convenient case of selective amnesia. You've completely forgotten how much joy you once squeezed out of a beat-up Honda or a cramped studio apartment. The satire here is biting. The destination you once viewed as a lifesaver is now just the new basement floor you're standing on while you complain. Human beings aren't evolved to be satisfied. We are evolved to be anxious. You aren't upgrading your life. You're just upgrading the materials of your cage. Every time your income ticks up, your happiness threshold automatically recalibrates one notch higher, ensuring you remain in a state of chronic, expensive deprivation. The irony is that this isn't just a bad habit, it's a biological glitch. Scientists call it the hedonic treadmill or hedonic adaptation, and it is the ultimate cosmic joke played on the human species. Imagine your brain as a thermostat. You win the lottery, the heat goes up for a minute, but the system eventually kicks in to cool you back down to your standard setting of mild dissatisfaction. You get paralyzed in an accident, the temperature drops. But over time, the brain drags you back up to that same baseline. We are hardwired to return to a neutral state of meh, no matter what happens. A 1978 study proved this by looking at lottery winners. Within just 1 year, these lucky individuals were no happier than people who had never won a dime. In fact, they found simple pleasures like eating a good meal or hearing a joke less enjoyable than before. They had overclocked their joy sensors so hard that reality could no longer keep up. Your brain isn't designed to keep you happy. It's designed to keep you seeking. It treats your $20,000 raise like a software update. Once it's installed, it's just the new, boring operating system. Prepare yourself for the math of misery, a concept that explains why your hustle is actually a scam run by your own psychology. Bobby dives into the diminishing marginal utility of wealth, and it's a brutal reality check. Back in 2010, researchers found a happiness ceiling at around $75,000, roughly $100,000 today. Up to that point, more money helps you solve real problems, like how do I pay rent? But once you cross that threshold, the correlation between your paycheck and your smile starts to flatline. Think about the trade-off. To jump from $100,000 to $200,000, you don't just work twice as hard. You often trade away your sanity, your sleep, and your presence at your children's birthdays. You've doubled your income, but you've likely quadrupled your stress. In practical terms, you might get a 5% bump in life satisfaction for a 100% increase in cortisol. You are effectively buying prestige at a massive markup while selling your time at a clearance price. The financial advice industrial complex loves this, though. They need you to stay on that treadmill, gasping for air. Because if you ever realize that the destination doesn't exist, you'd stop buying their hustle culture courses. Now we enter the realm of the golden handcuffs, where lifestyle inflation acts as the physical manifestation of your psychological failure. Bobby reveals a staggering statistic. Over 50% of Americans earning six figures are living paycheck to paycheck. It's a mathematical tragedy. When your income moves from $60,000 to $80,000, you don't keep the $20,000 difference. Instead, you convince yourself that you deserve an upgrade. You move into a nicer apartment, plus $500 a month. You trade the reliable Honda for a luxury lease $400 a month. And you start ordering $18 cocktails because you're a success now. The satire here is peak irony. You worked overtime to get a raise, only to end up with less discretionary income than you had when you were poor. You've expanded your life to consume every available resource. You aren't building a fortune, you're just building a more expensive cage. You're running at maximum speed just to stay in the same place, terrified that if you stop for 1 month, the whole house of cards, the car, the gym membership, the designer clothes will come crashing down. You aren't owning your things are owning you. We've reached the arrival fallacy, the psychological glitch that makes you sacrifice your prime years for a finish line that doesn't actually exist. This is where the tragedy turns into a dark comedy. The arrival fallacy is the illusion that once you reach a specific destination, the $1 million net worth, the paid-off mortgage, the corner office you will finally be happy. But here's the cold, hard research. Humans are biologically programmed to enjoy the chase, not the catch. The anticipation of a vacation actually releases more dopamine than the vacation itself. The process of building a business is fulfilling. Selling it and sitting on a pile of cash is often where the depression kicks in. Imagine grinding for 20 years, missing your kids' childhoods, and sacrificing your health, only to hit your number and feel nothing, or worse, feeling lost because the goal that sustained you is gone, and you've adapted to your wealth in less than 6 months. You traded your 30s and 40s, the literal peak of your human experience, for a promise that your brain was never equipped to keep. You've reached the summit of the mountain only to find there's no oxygen and nothing to do but look at the other mountains you haven't climbed yet. So, how do you stop being a hamster in a gold-plated wheel? Bobby suggests 3 steps that sound suspiciously like common sense, which is why most people will ignore them in favor of buying another subscription. The first step is the lifestyle anchor. When you get that $10,000 raise, your instinct is to spend all $10,000 on a better life. The anchor says, no. You commit to a split, say 70/30ths. $7,000 goes into investments buying your freedom, and only $3,000 goes into your lifestyle. This turns your lifestyle creep into a lifestyle crawl, ensuring that as you get richer, you actually stay richer. The second step is negative visualization, a stoic mind trick that's as depressing as it is effective. Once a week, spend 10 minutes vividly imagining you've lost everything. Your job, your car, your fancy espresso machine. The goal isn't to be a masochist, it's to break the adaptation cycle. When you open your eyes and realize you still have your life, the gap between that imagined disaster and your current reality is where gratitude lives. You don't need more money to feel rich. You just need to stop being so used to the stuff you already have. Finally, you must optimize for time, not money. Most people sacrifice time to get money, then spend that money on conveniences to save time. It's a circular scam. True wealth is the ability to say no to a meeting or a 60-hour work week. Every dollar you invest is a time soldier working to buy back your future. The final punchline of the video, and the one that hurts the most, is that enough is a mathematical number, but we keep trying to treat it like a psychological feeling. The feeling of enough doesn't exist in the human brain because we are running ancient survival software. In the wild, more meant not dying. But in a world of artificial abundance and 24/7 Instagram ads, that same instinct is being weaponized against you. Every billboard is designed to make you feel like a beta version of the person you're supposed to be. Bobby's ultimate conclusion is that you can't win this race by running faster. You win by walking away from a race that was never designed to be one. You win by realizing that a $200 camping trip with friends provides more permanent identity capital than $15,000 Australian dollars kitchen renovation that you'll stop noticing in 90 days. Success isn't reaching the end of the treadmill. It's the moment you stop caring about the speed of the person on the machine next to you. Stop buying things you don't need to impress people you don't like with money you haven't earned. Invest in your time, anchor your lifestyle, and realize that you are already living the life your past self would have killed for. Day 1. The subscription audit. Go through your bank statement. Every recurring payment for a service you haven't used in the last 14 days gets the axe. The satire. If you're paying for a gym you don't visit and a streaming service you only scroll through, you aren't a customer, you're a donor. Day 2. The real wage labeling. Take a piece of masking tape and a marker. Go through your 5 most recent luxury purchases. Write the number of work hours it cost you on the tape and stick it on the item. The satire. Staring at a designer bag that says 80 hours of my life is the fastest way to kill the retail therapy high. Day 3. Digital fast. Unfollow every influencer whose lifestyle makes you feel inadequate or triggers an urge to buy. Mute all promotional emails. The satire. You aren't staying informed. You're paying people to make you feel poor. Day 4. The inventory realization. Pick one room in your house and list every item you bought in the last year that you haven't touched in a month. The satire. You'll realize your house is less of a home and more of a graveyard for things you once thought would make you happy. Day 5. Negative visualization. Evening, spend 10 minutes. Tonight, vividly imagining you've been laid off and have to move back into your first cheapest apartment. Then look at your current bed and realize it's a luxury. The satire, gratitude is the only medicine for a brain that's addicted to next. Day 6. The zero spend day, 24 hours. $0 spent. No coffee out, no Amazon clicks, no gas station snacks. Use what you already have. The satire. Watch your brain panic as it realizes it has to actually entertain itself without a credit card. Day 7. The lifestyle anchor set, calculate your enough number. Decide exactly what percentage of your next raise goes to freedom savings versus shackles spending. The satire. Congratulations, you've officially stopped being a target for the marketing industry. At this point, you're left with two choices. You can either keep flooring the gas on that shiny treadmill, praying that the next raise will finally fill the void in your soul. Or you can step off, admit the system played you, and start buying back your freedom instead of more status symbols. I have one real question for you. If your income vanished tomorrow and you were left only with the things you've bought, how much of you is actually left? Are you the sum of your experiences and the time you own? Or are you just a walking collection of credit card statements?
Ow.
Don't let your life story be nothing more than a series of iPhone upgrades until you hit the grave.
Add.
Drop a comment below. What is your enough number? Or are you still chasing that paradise salary before you finally give yourself permission to live? Subscribe to the channel. If you're tired of being a hamster in a diamond-plated wheel and want to learn how to master the game of money instead of being its slave, share this video. Send this to that one friend who's working 80 hours a week to pay for a car they don't even have time to drive. I'll see you on the other side of freedom. Stop making the banks rich and start making your life wealthy. Out.